Oh, I noticed Father's Day trending up there. So we can probably expect some stories maybe about some celebrity fathers possibly. Got to keep an eye out for that. But I have this other story here. Massive Google cloud outage disrupts popular internet services. Okay. And I'm going to show you how I think that this stuff is all fake. I think these are just distractions, certain patterns that hit to keep us distracted, just keep us on the hamster wheel. In the end result, everything stays the same in the world. That's my opinion. Okay. So, popular online services across the globe were disrupted Thursday due to ongoing issues at Google Cloud. Tens of thousands of users of Spotify, Discord, and other platforms began noticing issues with their services early in the afternoon, according to the Down Detector, which tracks outages. I I personally don't use Spotify. I don't use Discord. Do I use Google Cloud? I don't know. Does Google Cloud control some of the things I use? Possibly. But outage reports for music streamer Spotify in particular peaked around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time before dropping off, and some users began saying their access was restored. Isn't Google Cloud like, don't they store like your data and stuff, if I'm not mistaken? Would that be kind of like Google Photos? I don't know. But Google's Cloud shows how old I am, right? Google's Cloud status page said an incident with their systems affected clients in the US and abroad. The company also posted that services are starting to recover after its engineers identified and began to mitigate the issue. All right, so let's go over here, share that. Oh, I thought you were looking at that. I guess you weren't. But you see, Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services offered by Google that provides a series of modular cloud services, including computing, data storage, data analytics, and machine learning, alongside a set of management tools. So it's kind of some BS, right? A lot of things that a lot of us may not understand. Google Cloud consists of a set of physical assets such as computers and hard disk drives and virtual resources such as virtual machines. Blah, blah, blah. Let's watch this video.
In a digital age where connectivity is king, a sudden outage can feel like the world has stopped. On June 12th, chaos erupted as major platforms like Google, Spotify, and Snapchat experienced widespread service disruptions.
I'm not on Snapchat either.
Chat experienced widespread service disruptions. Thousands of users were left in the dark, scrambling for answers as Down Detector lit up with reports. Google Cloud, a backbone of the Internet, saw at least 13 services go offline, affecting users across continents. The engineering teams worked tirelessly to diagnose the issue, but the digital silence was deafening. Snapchat acknowledged the disruption, urging users to hold tight as they investigated. As the world watched and waited, one thing became clear. Even the giants of the Internet are not immune to the unexpected. This story is still unfolding, reminding us of the fragile threads that hold our digital lives together.
Yeah, and that's what they want. One thing I do know, Cloud. Look at how Cloud has 55 and 26 right there in the language. God, 55 and 26, right? You think of God up in the sky, up in the clouds. Isn't that interesting? Heaven's got 55 and 26. Isn't that amazing? Cloud, God, heaven. Sky's got 55 and 26. Satan's got 55. That is one thing I do know with this language. Isn't that awesome right there? Look at that. Satan 55, Sky 55, Heaven 55, God 55, Cloud 55. Satan and Sky got the 10, just like God. Isn't that amazing? God's got 17, Sky's got 17, Heaven's got 107 like 17. Awesome, right? Cloud's got 80 like Satan. And you may notice some other things in there, but I think I covered. So that is one thing I do know, and that's awesome, and that is undeniable right there. But I have just a little mini breakdown here. You know what I'm saying? A little mini breakdown, because this is what I do on this channel. Look at that right there. It says Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services. Check that out. Computing Services 218, Google Cloud Platform 217. Very close, right? And in the same cipher, the ordinal cipher. Check this out. Computing Services in the reverse cipher. This is just with the language 241. That's the 53rd prime number. Google Cloud equals 53. Shout out to Richard West. Because of Richard West, I am aware Sean Combs has that 53 as well, trending. Diddy with the Diddy trial. So shout out to Richard West as well, because his videos kind of pounded it in my head that Sean Combs has that 53. So just how you see, you get Google Cloud with 53, and you see how that connects by the numbers. Cloud's got the C like Combs, okay? Cloud's got the C like Combs on top of that with that 53 match Google Cloud and Sean Combs. Is 53 the 16th prime number? Because that may also hit on the fly. Satan's got that 35. But let's see, is 53 the 16th prime number? 53 is the 16th prime number, okay? And let me show you. I think that may land. Okay, this works right here. Check this out. 53 is also the 16th prime number. Google Cloud equals 116, which is like 16. Google's got 61, which is 16 reversed. Ooh, and notice how Google in reverse 101, which is the 26th prime number, Cloud equals 26. And remember back over here, Sky 26, Heaven 26, God 26, and again Cloud 26. So that's a connection right there, okay? So that landed pretty solidly, if I may say so myself. But let's go back over here, and I just have a few other connections. You can see Google Cloud was launched April 7th, 2008. So the last anniversary this year of the launching date, April 7, look at that, the 97th day of the year, Computing Services has the 97 in reverse reduction. Check that out. Even Services down here, look, Services has 53. Services S like Sean. And remember, Combs like Cloud with that Google Cloud 53, Sean Combs 53, Services 53, and the last anniversary of the launch date of Google Cloud, the 97th day of the year, Computing Services 97. Again, Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services offered by Google that provides a series of modular cloud services, including computing, data storage, data analytics, and machine learning, alongside a set of management tools. So, I mean, it sounds like confusing, but it's really not confusing, y'all. Even outage has 93 in the reverse cipher 9 weeks and 3 days after the launch anniversary of Google Cloud. Look at that. Online services were disrupted Thursday. You see that? 9 weeks, 3 days after that launching anniversary. When outage has the 93, like 9 weeks, 3 days. Now, I want you to see, and it's just 4 base ciphers with the language Google Cloud 181 in the reverse cipher. That's the 42nd prime number disrupting popular internet services. Internet equals 42, y'all. Outage equals 24, which is the 42 reverse. What do you think about that? Okay, so right, I don't have to be super familiar with this service, and you see how the breakdown hits. Maybe I can play this video. There.
Hey, tech fans! Imagine this. You're asking Google Home to turn on the lights or jamming to Spotify, and suddenly, nothing works. That's exactly what happened during a massive Google Cloud outage that rippled across the globe. From Spotify crashing with weird errors, to smart homes going dark, even services like Snapchat, Shopify, and Twitch got hit. Why? A critical identity system inside Google Cloud failed, locking people and apps out of their own services. It started around 1:51 p.m. ET and hit hard, especially in the central U.S. While engineers rushed to fix it, millions were left in digital limbo. Even Google's own status page stayed silent, at first. So the next time your apps freak out, it might not be your Wi-Fi. It could be a tech giant having a really bad day. Want more deep dives into tech chaos like this? Smash that subscribe and stay plugged in.
Man, this digital stuff is getting out of control, y'all. This digital stuff is getting out of control. Like, you can't even get a job now without them having you synced up on some kind of app or something, right? You got to check your schedule on an app. You check your pay through the app. It's just wild. This stuff, it does make things easier, but damn, if it can't be frustrating and confusing sometimes, and it's all about our privacy. Remember we had the story about Victoria's Secret and their website getting shut down because it was like some kind of security issues or whatever. So this stuff is wild, but yeah, I don't know if anybody else was affected by this. I didn't notice. I got the same phone. I've had the same phone for 4 years, y'all, okay? It may not be the best phone, it may not be the fastest phone, but I mean, it works for what I need. I have no intentions of adding any more services. The stuff is just ridiculous. When was Google founded? I'm just curious. Google founded date. That's Beyonce's birthday. 9/4. That is Beyonce's birthday right there, which maybe could connect with the Diddy thing, but Diddy, Jay-Z possibly. And that's everything I entered. You see that right there? Everything I entered right there. So no stretch with this decoding over here. I was looking to see if there was like a 49 or a 96, but I don't see. Or excuse me, a 49 or a 94 to sync up with that date. But we are good here. I like to scroll the article just to see if anything else pops. That's interesting. Google Cloud, which hosts a significant amount of services on the internet, has become the fastest growing part of Alphabet Inc. even though the company still makes most of its money from Google's ubiquitous search engine. Interesting, the alphabet, as I speak of the alphabet over here. Okay, so a nice easy breakdown. It doesn't matter what the trending story. Once again, if it is trending, it's going to expose this code further, and I'm here to make sure it gets exposed. As I couldn't just go cause some kind of chaos and become a trending story, right? That would kind of disrupt the rhythm of the algorithm. You get it? Algorithm, rhythm, patterns. And like I said earlier, expect some trending stories possibly with fathers, but it'll be on the down low. As you know, a lot of people may forget, you see Father's Day looks like is right around the corner here. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open, try to stay not so distracted by this internet world that we're a part of now. Shout out to y'all. Massive Google Cloud outage disrupts popular internet services. And that's just a quick breakdown for y'all. Until next time.